Counter Narrative News wanted to just explore the issue of jungle drummer bass culture as it pertains to the inclusion and the involvement of women artists in producing music, in mixing on the sets, on the decks, and also particularly the MCs. Now, back in the day, in the 90s going into the 2000s, I was involved in the jungle drum and bass and house and garage scene. I was an MC from 1996 through to about 2005 and into the whole scene from around 1994, 95. At the time, on pirate radio, in the clubs, at house parties, there was never did I see any women on the turntables or producing music or MCs chatting on the mic on the sets in clubs, on pirates, etc. Now, of course, there were women on the scene. There's DJ Rap, Chemistry and Storm, and there are others. They were there. But what I'm saying, in the quote-unquote lived experience in the scene, we came across none until much later on that an MC called Miss Trouble, who was in the jungle drum and bass scene, I think she's still active, was the first real female vocalist MC on the mic that we came across. And she's talented, she's competent, she can hold a set down fine. Then we fast forward to today, into more recent times, and it's great seeing so many women on the decks and on the mic. So I'm going to share this clip with you, and we're going to have some comments afterwards.
I can't see it all, and even if I could, it would all be great. Just a picture on my wall, and it reminds me that it's not so bad, it's not so bad. Oh la la la, oh it's the way that we rock when we're doing nothing. Oh la la la, it's the natural vibe that the girls wanna bring. Oh la 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 la.
Wow. So as you can see, it's a set. It's an all women set, on the decks, on the mic, singing, chatting, MCing, vibing, creating a great, beautiful, brilliant drum and bass culture and atmosphere and product for people to enjoy and to inspire others, everyone, but especially young women and girls, to think that they can do that, and they can be competent, and they can be great, and they can inspire people and get everyone jumping and shucking out. It's fantastic. Now, there is an obvious thing here that's observable, is that all the young women are white, and, well, apparently white anyway. So where are all the black and brown MCs in drum and bass these days, in terms of women MCs? One's looking into this and researching more to find out more about this. But it's an interesting issue, because if I look back to when being involved in the jungle drum and bass and also house and garage scene, not in London but outside of London. I lived 7 years in Brighton and did other shows and parties around other, like, white majority areas of towns and urban areas outside of London. And white working class youth were massively into jungle drum and bass, absolutely enormous. They all loved it at the time. I remember going to many different working class white, mostly white working class youth clubs and parties in and around Brighton, East Sussex. Also a really interesting grassroots project called Culture Move, a unique radical left grassroots project reaching out to thousands of young people and concretely working with hundreds of mostly working class youth who were white in around the East Sussex area. And they were just well into the dance music scene, particularly jungle drum and bass, and also I'm sure they were into techno and also in house and garage. So the point being is that it's a black grass created sound system scene. It's black led. It's black culture, which was adopted en masse by working class white youth right across the country and further afield. Same with house and garage, and same as grime. Grime basically comes out of the garage scene anyway. And same with the grime scene, massively influential amongst white working class youth, but a black-led scene which also leads to a major historical moment, the 4 days of national uprising by the Council Estate youth in August 2011 after the police killing of Mark Duggan on the Broadwater Farm Council Estate in Tottenham, North London. So it shows the strength of black-led cultural grassroots movements. The important thing, obviously, is for everyone who's inclusive and everyone's welcome into these scenes to be respectful of the grassroots, of the history, and what the culture really is. Drum and bass jungle culture, like grime and like all sound system culture, it's really designed to be at the youth club on the council estate, at the community centre on the council estate, to get the sound system out on the council estate, to have a quote-unquote blues party, to have a self-organised party amongst ourselves. That's the root of it. That's the beauty of it. That's where it comes from, and that's where it's most authentic and real, and that's who deserves it the most. One makes no apologies to say, listen, those people going on those, rip-off ticket fees to festivals and Glastonbury and all of that, that's not what the scene is. I mean, they will enjoy it, and that's fine, but there's problematics around that. The scene is grassroots, and there it should always be oriented, and that's what we're committed to. So just wanted to share some reflections on that. Hopefully that's of interest to people and gets people thinking and talking and discussing and reflecting and researching and analysing and then implementing in how to develop a more healthier grassroots scene with our oppressed communities. Many thanks.
So I started when I was 9, had my own decks and my own mic. 90 new boys, on repeat, on rewind. Loads of classes, played the wave in the 90s, I love damn straight. Late teens, sick raves, and the double O's not getting paid. Probably I was just getting slaved, no more time on sick raves. And I'm a dollar in most ways, but my pay cause always delayed. Relationship, lots of dates and I raved out with my mates. Room 4, 3, 2, 1, now my time has just begun.